What's up, guys? This is Cards bringing you another video on Draft Day Sports College Basketball 2020. This time it's going to be a little bit of a different video. I'm not bringing you any guides. I'm not bringing you any strategy. No hints. What I'm doing is giving you an opportunity to get back your March. There's no March Madness this year. We don't get any tournaments. We don't get any games. You can't go out and grab a EA March Madness or whatever. Nobody has those. Who's bringing it to you? Draft Day Sports, Wolverine Studios, College Basketball 2020. This is absolutely the best college basketball simulation game on the market, and what we're giving you now is the National College Basketball Association. This is a multiplayer league that I'm in. We've got about a dozen players. We're allowed to have two teams in this league. A lot of us have control. Our first team is like one of these blue blood teams, one of these top prestige, historical teams. And then we also have second teams in the MAAC. I know the Manhattan Jaspers, I think Iona, Siena, Ryder, a couple of those teams. And we're just trying to get all of the user players in there, and we're just going to have a big mosh pit and see who comes out on top in the MAAC this year. So, allowed to have two teams. We've got that interesting thing going on with the mid-majors. And then, of course, you want to take your school all the way to the national championship. You've got that opportunity. Now, I know that you're thinking, okay, well, there's already a dozen players in there. I'm not going to be able to pick any kind of decent team. I'm going to get stuck with some nobody. Well, first of all, everybody has a chance to win in college basketball. The top 25, that's your top 4 or 5 seeds in the tournament. 4 and 5 seeds win those tournaments. It happens. You can compete. Second of all, there's a lot of unbelievable teams that are still available, and we want to get all of these top teams filled. I would love to have the entire top 25 be absolutely nothing but players in there. I don't want any AI in the top 25. Let me just give you an example of some of the teams that are still available. If you want to come in and join today, it's Friday night. I think it's April 15th, April 17th, give or take. These teams are still available right now. If you join today, all you got to do is message our commissioner, Justin. He'll get you hooked up with a team, and you can be in the league tonight. As soon as there's another update, he can add your coach, and you're in. So, let me go over some of these teams that you could be right now. Starting off, first team. You're looking here at the media poll and the coaches poll. Your Gonzaga Bulldogs, the number one team in both polls. This, as of right now, this is an AI team. So if you want to join our league, if you want to come in and be a part of the NCBA, you can just come in and take over the number one team in the nation, the Gonzaga Bulldogs. Not only are they ranked number one, they're in the Western region. And the Western region really only has a handful of very prestigious teams. You're talking about Gonzaga, you're talking about Arizona, UCLA, maybe Oregon, and then there's kind of a drop-off. So within your region, you're not going to have a ton of competition for those elite level recruits. The Gonzaga Bulldogs, every time I play this game, every time I play a season, they're always at the top. So you can walk in right on top, right out of the bat, come join the NCBA, and see what happens. So that's the number one team in the nation. Who else is available? If you don't like Gonzaga, what else have you got? How about the Florida Gators? Number 5 team in the media poll, number 5 team in the coaches poll. Florida Gators are in the southeast region, and that region is filled with elite level prospects all the time. As you move through a game, you're going to see those teams in the southeast region are consistently in the top 25, in the top 10, in the Final Four, and winning national championships. The southeast region has so much talent. Florida has amazing prestige. They have amazing facilities. When you come into our league, all of our coaches are max level coaches. So you're going to have all of the max level skills. And the Florida Gators can absolutely go and win national championships right away. So they're such a great school to take over. And they're available right now in the NCBA. Next up, we're going back out west. We're not going far down this list, though. Here was Florida, right below them. Number 6, both polls, Arizona Wildcats. Talk about prestige, talk about national championships, talk about coaches and players and NBA stars. Arizona has got it all. You could walk right in the door tonight and you could be the coach of the Arizona Wildcats in the NCBA. We would love to have you. Again, we would love to fill all of these top 25 teams out with players. You know, Arizona, you're back in the West. You're back out there where there's not a lot of competition, and it's, you know, you, Gonzaga, UCLA, and Oregon. That's really almost all there is out there that's going after the top level prospects and can really bring them in. So you got a great chance to win a lot of games with the Arizona Wildcats if that's what you want to do. Next up, we're going to move a little bit down in the media poll and coaches poll, but we're not moving very far at all in the national or in the historical perspective. In fact, we might be moving up. Right down here, your North Carolina Tar Heels. Michael Jordan, James Worthy. I mean, the list goes on and on. The North Carolina Tar Heels, they don't have a user. We don't have anybody playing as the North Carolina Tar Heels. That's a computer team. If you want to join our league right now today, you could be the coach of the North Carolina Tar Heels, and you could get them back up here, back up in this top 10, back up in this top 5 where they belong. North Carolina has no business being at the bottom of this list. I know there's somebody out there that can bring them up to the top of these polls, bring them up to the top of this association. And I don't want to give the wrong impression to anybody, because I understand they're down toward the bottom of the top 25 and you might think you can't compete. I've had a lot of teams that started off the year down here and ended up the year way up here. So this means nothing about the roster. Just disregard it. If you love North Carolina basketball and you want to bring them up here and you want to take them to the Final Four and win championships and play with us in our league, you have that option right out of the gate. Message Justin. He'll get you hooked up. He'll get your coach in here, and you can take over your favorite program. Now, the last program that I want to highlight here, and it truly is the last program that I would want to highlight. You can see here, my team's the Louisville Cardinals. I'm a diehard Louisville Cardinal fan, but I do need a rival. And if there's one thing that I know about college basketball, I'm going to post this video up on YouTube, and it's going to say college basketball, right? So the one thing I know about that is if you post something on the internet anywhere, there's going to be Kentucky Wildcat fans that click on that link and want to know what's going on over here. If there is a bigger, crazier, more diehard fan base in college basketball than the Kentucky Wildcats, I just don't believe it exists. Their fans are unbelievable. They're number 4 in both polls, and they're available. You can come be the Kentucky Wildcats right this second, and you can be competing for national championships. They're in that Southeast region with all that talent. You know, you want to push me around and show me what's up. We're going to play every year, Louisville Cardinals and Kentucky Wildcats. That's a rivalry game. In Draft Day Sports College Basketball 2020, they have out-of-conference rivalry set up, so we will play every single year. Kentucky has great prestige, facilities. Like I said, everyone gets a maxed-out coach. You're going to have that. You're going to be in a very talent-rich region, which is going to give you a huge boost to recruiting, along with all the other natural advantages the Kentucky Wildcats have built in naturally. So, I mean, that they have the most all-time wins in the country. If you want to keep it that way, if you don't want me passing them, somebody get in here and join and play as the Kentucky Wildcats. They're available. You can be playing tomorrow. So, a lot of great teams. And that's just the top 5 that I wanted to list out and sort of showcase. There's a ton of other teams available. I believe Ohio State's still available. Just going down this list, I know Maryland is definitely available. Cincinnati, Xavier, Virginia, Purdue. Most of these schools are available. So reach out to Justin. I'm going to include his information in the comments of this video. If you're on Discord, his Discord is IamJustin number 0344. I will double check that, but it will be correct in the comments 100%. So reach out to him. He's the commissioner. He'll get you hooked up and he'll get you right in here. The reason that I want to bring you in now, the reason I'm making this video right now today, it's Sunday, August 7th in our simulation. We've got about 4 weeks left of in-home visits. I'm sorry, not in-home, on-campus visits. We've got about 4 more weeks of on-campus visits, and then we're going to start the in-home visits on September 11th. And in-home visits is when you start seeing these recruits commit. And to me, college basketball is all about recruiting. I love building these teams. I love recruiting these players, and I want the team to be my own. So if you're going to join, jump in here, grab a team, and start recruiting players before we start doing the in-home visits. You're not behind the 8 ball at all. You're not at any disadvantage. You can jump in here and grab a list of your top 3 or 4 targets and get in their homes on September 11th, which is the first day of in-home recruiting, and you're going to get the top commitments in the nation. So you're just not at all behind. Feel free to jump in and compete with us and fight for that national championship right out of the gate. So this is my first multiplayer league in a while, and I was a little bit concerned because I didn't know, I mean, I'm not all that technically savvy. I didn't know how difficult it was going to be. This is seriously one of the easiest things that I've ever done. All that you have to do if you want to join this league, you message Justin, you get a team, you join our Discord. Once you're on our Discord, we have a pinned message. All you have to do is download that file, and you'll have our league file. Then when you start Draft Day Sports College Basketball 2020, you'll click a button that says Update League File, and it will bring you right to that date, and then you're in. You're right here where I am. And it just works so flawlessly. It's all within the Draft Day Sports College Basketball 2020 interface, outside of downloading that pinned message, and that's just downloading a league file. There's not a whole lot of crazy stuff that you have to do. It's super easy. It works really well, and I've got to say the developers of this game are extremely responsive when you have issues. We have had just a couple of issues pop up here and there, and they're fixing them within a day, within hours. It's unbelievable the support that this game has. So there's no reason not to. Once again, I'm putting Justin's information in the comments. Reach out to him on Discord. Tell him what team you want to be. Once you join our Discord, you can see all of the teams that are taken. But just let him know who you want to be. He'll set you up with a coach, and he'll get you in here, and you'll get your March back. You'll get your March Madness. You'll get your tournament. And on top of that, you'll get to recruit head-to-head against other real players who are just having a blast playing this game so far. Can't wait to see you there. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and I really hope that you're hopping on Discord and reaching out to us right now. So this is Cards, and I'll catch you next time.